Hello, it's Dis TV. I am a Diablo streamer over on Twitch. I will leave a link for that in the description if you guys want to check that out. This is just a speed farm build guide for the new God DH. Everybody's playing it. It's a lot of fun. And it's quite fast actually, even the pushing one, and it's good to get into XP metas with it as well. Get your Paragon up. It's an overall fun class to play, and it's really nice. This is a Torment 16 gold farm build that I'll be showing you today. So let's just go over the skills. So you're going to be using Hungering Arrow, Devouring Arrow. That's going to be your main damage dealer. You're going to be using Strafe, Drifting Shadow. The Drifting Shadow rune is going to give you 25% movement speed, which is really good for moving faster, and that's the point of a Torment 16 build, is to do it as quickly as possible. We're going to be using Smokescreen Displacement. Smokescreen Displacement, the displacement rune, it is, as long as it's active, it causes you to move much more quickly, and that's, like I said, that's what you want. You want to move through the level as quickly as possible. We're going to be using Preparation, Focused Mind. You could probably use another rune if you would like. Like, you could probably switch it to Invigoration. I find Focused Mind works really well because it increases your discipline over time, which I think actually helps a lot more with the regeneration, but it's up to you. This is going to be keeping your discipline up because this costs discipline, and also your companion costs discipline. You're only going to be wanting to use your companion passively anyway, so because the companions, they collect gold for you, and they increase the amount of gold drops and the amount of movement speed you have, which is nice. You want both of those things because you're going to be wanting to pick up gold for your toughness, which I'll go over, and you're also, well, you want movement speed, so that's your next one. You want the companion Ferret companion. That's the rune you want. You could use Wolf if you want more damage, but you're not really going to need it, so I would go with Ferret. We're gonna go with Vengeance Seethe. Vengeance is very important. You're going to want 100% uptime on that, so you're going to need, with a perfect Dawn Bow, 65%, you're going to need 37% cooldown to keep that up 100% of the time. This is your toughness, your damage, and your resource recovery. It's very important to keep it up all the time. So Seethe is going to increase your hatred regeneration. You can use Dark Heart if you feel like you're not tough enough, but you shouldn't need to with the gold wrap. You're going to be using Perfectionist, which is going to reduce discipline costs of all your skills by 10%, which is really good for spamming your Smokescreen. It's going to increase your armor and resistance to all damage types by 10%, which doesn't really matter. That's not the part of the rune you're going to need. In fact, you could probably, if you feel like you have enough discipline and you're not losing it, you could probably switch this out for something else. But for now, that's the one you should be using. Pursuit, increase your movement speed by 20% for 4 seconds when you hit an enemy, and you're going to be hitting enemies all the time, so that's really good for your movement speed. I'm using Blood Vengeance because your maximum hatred is increased by 25, and you gain hatred and discipline when you pick up a health globe. You should be picking up health globes, going to be going all over the screen, and you're going to have crazy pickup radius, so that's really good. And also Call of the Week because you'll be doing increased damage to slowed or chilled enemies by 20%. And Hungering Arrow is a cold skill, and you will be freezing. You'll be freezing them with your Bane of the Trap, so you'll be proccing that. Alright, so let's get on to the gear. So, you'll be using the new Gears of Dreadlands set, or the God set, as it's called, the acronym. So your 2-set bonus will be gain 4 seconds of momentum when attacking with a primary skill, the maximum duration of 20 seconds. So that'll stack up to 20. Your primary skill deals 10% increased damage per stack of momentum. So 10% per stack, 20 stacks is 200% extra damage from your primary skills with momentum. And how that works is you just spam, and you can see down here in the bottom of your screen, you're gaining momentum stacks. They fall off. Just spam your generator again. So basically what you'll be doing is you'll be strafing, clicking, strafing, clicking, strafing, and clicking to keep those momentum stacks up. And for your 4-piece bonus, strafing against enemies will automatically shoot your last primary skill. Also give you 60% damage reduction while strafing for 5 seconds after, and for 5 seconds after strafing. You gain 8% movement speed for each stack of momentum. So that's another thing. You're gaining your stacks up, and you'll have increased movement speed, which is great. And you can see your Hungering Arrows are shooting all over the place. And when you hit the smoke screen, you move really fast. Great. So for your 6-piece set bonus, your primary skills deal a flat 10,000% increased damage, which is really good, obviously. The next item I'm going to say is your gold wrap. Your gold wrap on gold pickup gain armor for 5 seconds equal to the amount of gold you pick up. So that's going to be, you're basically going to be invincible because you're going to be picking up a lot of gold with your Boon of the Hoarder, and I'll get to that. The next item is your Death Diggers. Your primary skills that generate resource deal up to 100% additional damage. So the primary skill you'll be using is Hungering Arrow. That's your damage dealer, so that's really good. The next item, you're going to be using your Avarice Band. So each time you pick up gold, increase your gold and health pickup radius by 1 yard for 10 seconds, stacking up to 30 times. So that's a maximum of 30 yards, which is really nice. You're going to be picking up gold all the time with your Boon of the Hoarder. And that's going to be causing toughness. So you're going to be picking up plenty of gold. I chose the Convention of Elements. You could probably pick a different ring if you think that's great. I don't really see any other item and slot that would work. You could, this is an optional slot. It's a extra 200% damage when you go over cold, because it'll be cycling through the elements. As you can see down here, once you hit cold, you're getting another 200% damage, which is really good. But you could swap that out for something else if you feel the need. Scorch Necklace. If you feel like you're doing enough damage, you could switch this for a Flavor of Time. Flavor of Time increases the duration of pylons by 100%. So, but this is also really good. This is you're not going to be taking a whole lot of damage because of the gold wrap. So you should be keeping this up 100% of the time. And that's an extra 100% damage once you hit 10 stacks of it down here. So, really, really good. You're going to be using Nemesis Bracers to spawn elites every time you hit a pylon. You're going to need the Dawn Bow, which reduces the cooldown of Vengeance up to 35%. Obviously, you need 100% uptime on Vengeance, so this is really, really good. I chose Bala's Bequest just to kind of fill in the gaps for your breakpoint on your attack speed. So you could probably use something else if you feel you don't need this. I just put it in slot because it was a really good option. So yeah. Let's move on to the gems. So Boon of the Hoarder. So at maximum 50, which you want to rank this up to 50, 100% chance on killing an enemy to cause an explosion of gold, which is really good. So you'll be picking up lots of gold so you can proc your gold wrap, which is giving you your toughness. So you also gain additionally 30% increased movement speed for 2 seconds after picking up gold. You're picking up gold all the time, so that's more movement speed every time you pick up gold. That's great, 100% of the time. The next gem, Bane of the Trapped, increased damage against enemies under the effects of control impairing effects by 45%. Gain an aura that reduces the movement speed of enemies within 15 yards by 30%. Well, and the next gem, Simplicity Strength, increase the damage of your primary skills by 78%. And when that hits 25 hits with your primary abilities, heal you for 4% of your maximum health. Is more damage mitigation. I chose to use Dexterity Gems in the chest piece and legs just for more damage because you're not going to need the extra toughness. And a Diamond in the Helm for more cooldown, obviously, so you can hit that goal. I have more cooldown than I need. I have 43%, but you only need to get your cooldown to 37% as long as you have a Dawn with 65% cooldown on Vengeance. Obviously, the lower that is, the more you'll have to increase your cooldown rate. So let's move on to the cube. You're going to be cubing the 9th series satchel, which Hungering Arrow is guaranteed to pierce, and also deals 600% increased damage, which is obviously all your most of your damage. So you're going to be using Hunter's Wrath. Your primary skills attack 30% faster and deal 200% increased damage. Also, more damage for your primary skill. And this is 100% needed. You need a Royal Ring of Grandeur in the cube. You could also cube your COE or your Avarice Band if you want to wear this. Just wear the better rolled item. You're going to need this because you're only going to be using 5 pieces of the God set, and you're going to be wearing the Depth Diggers. And immediately, you're going to start firing your generator. And you're going to pop Vengeance, and there you go. You can see lots of gold dropping on the ground. Moving incredibly fast, dealing a lot of damage. You don't want to stop to gain your stacks back every once in a while. It's basically killing everything on the screen. You're picking up a lot of gold to go with it. incredibly fast. Make sure you keep your vengeance up. Spam smoke screen as much as you can. Hit preparation when you start to run low. As you can tell, you killed the Guardian quite quickly. And there we have it. This is the Godspeed DH. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, please slap a like down below. I'll leave links to my socials in the description. You go over there, follow me on Twitter, on Twitch. I stream a lot of the time over there. And enjoy.